Later, you press the button to the floor with no name. Behind those doors, there's a life you always dreamt of.
The plane. It's here. This weekend, you will be our guests. Here, anything and everything is possible.
No service. It's not everything is possible.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Rurik. Let me officially welcome you to Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island!
I'm curious how this all works.
What if your fantasy involves a person from your life?
Holograms. Like Tupac.
What if it's somebody who died?
Tupac.
So, what's your fantasy?
Revenge on a childhood bully.
Your life is about to change. I hope you're ready. That is a really good hologram.
There is only one fantasy per guest. And you must see your fantasy through,
It brought her back to life.
no matter what.
Oh my god. That's really her. Rourke, this is not what I meant.
What the hell is this place?
People die here.
The island's twisting what we asked for.
We weren't brought here to have our own fantasies.
I want it, I got it. I want it,
We were brought here to be a part of something else.
I got it. I want it, I got it.
I'm your friend.
I always wanted to hear you say that.
This is my review for Fantasy Island. It is directed by Jeff Wadlow, who also directed another movie that I enjoyed. This movie doesn't really have good reviews either, but I loved it. Truth or Dare. And he also directed Kick-Ass 2 and Never Back Down. So for me, he's good in my book. I enjoyed all his movies. I like Never Back Down. Obviously, I love Kick-Ass 2, Jim Carrey. And Truth or Dare was a great horror movie that people didn't think was a good movie. But Truth or Dare is definitely great. I like how the movie came full circle. I like the messages in the movie. I like everything that happened. Lucy Hale is in that movie as well. And Lucy Hale is in Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island is... I assumed it was going to be another one of those Blumhouse has a premise. They come out with this movie. The premise lasts for a little bit and then it just falls apart and the movie sucks and it's just bad and terrible towards like the halfway point or towards the end. It's been like that with a bunch of Blumhouse movies. That's their formula. That's how it is. This movie, the reviews are really bad. I think like on Rotten Tomatoes, like a 10%. Me personally, I feel like the movie was better than that, especially for a horror movie. I feel like it's at least average to slightly above average, barely. The reason I enjoyed Fantasy Island is because the premise did not fall apart. For me, the premise of the movie was more interesting when I went to see the movie. Me seeing the trailers, I was like, I'm going to see it because it's a horror movie. It's Fantasy Island. I'm going to check it out. But the movie got more interesting. The premise evolved and changed. And even though some stuff was kind of predictable, it was executed well, which is what matters. Every movie nowadays, we've mainly seen everything. So if you can do something that people know you're going to do, but you execute it properly, that's what makes it great. This movie, I feel like, did a great job. The ending was great. Obviously, it wasn't as emotional as, because it's just like, it's not, you don't expect much from a horror movie. But it was enjoyable for me. I really enjoyed Fantasy Island. I feel like it was a good enough movie to be released. I don't know why the reviews for it are so terrible. I know the acting wasn't all that, but hey, it's a horror movie. What do you expect? The movie stars Austin Stowell as Randall. Michael Pena, he's a lovable guy. I love him. I love seeing him in stuff like Ant-Man and things like that. But he's getting these roles, and he's not the best. He's not a bad actor, but he's just not. I don't know. I don't know who's giving him. I guess they're just giving him roles because they're like, we love you, but like they're not really trying to be like, this is a perfect role for Michael Pena. Just put Michael Pena in this movie. But he did decent for this movie. I enjoyed it. He plays Mr. Rourke. And this show's the movie's based off of an old show, I guess. Portia Doubleday's in here. She plays Sonia. Maggie Q plays Elena. Jimmy O Yang plays Brax. Lucy Hale plays Melanie. Ryan Hansen plays Bradley. Michael Rooker, as you know, Yondu. Murrow from Walking Dead plays Morgan. I did not know that was her. Charlotte McKinney is in this movie as well. And Parisa Fitz-Henley is in here as well. The movie, she's from Luke Cage. I knew I've seen her. She's the wife from Luke Cage. That's who she is. So the movie itself, as you know, the premise, you go to the island, it grants your fantasies. The main characters were Maggie Q's character. She's from Nikita and a bunch of other things. And Lucy Hale were the main characters. But they touched on everyone. Everyone gets one fantasy, and then the fantasy has to play out to its end. So no matter what the conclusion is, the fantasy has to play out. But like I said, the premise of the fantasies and what happens and how it goes evolves. And that's what I enjoy about the movie. The movie could have just been like, this is a normal horror movie. Here's the fantasies. Bam, bam, this is what happens. It's over. But no, the movie wanted to be more, and I respected that it wanted to be more. It's like, let's do this, let's add this, let's add it. And let's have this obvious twist, but expand on it and evolve on it and make you think this. And I like that. I enjoyed the movie. I was never bored with the movie at all. I wanted to see where they were going. Some of the characters' motivations made sense to me. It was very enjoyable. I liked the way that things went. Yeah, there were some few moments that were kind of dumb. It's like, why would you do that? But you got to have that. That makes a horror movie flow. That makes it go. But definitely, you guys, and Maggie Q looks amazing. I'd have to say. Lucy Hale looks great, but Maggie Q, I was like, that can't be her. The whole movie, I'm like, I know I've seen her. That's Maggie Q. That can't be Maggie Q. She looks amazing. And then the guy who plays the guy in her fantasy, he's not on here, but I've seen him before. He's a great actor too. But definitely, the comedy doesn't always fall, at least in the beginning. Like, it's okay. I'd have to say Brax and Bradley were the comic relief. They weren't that funny to me, but I did care about their characters. So that's a good thing. Like, maybe I didn't laugh at your jokes. Most of your jokes I didn't laugh at. Didn't care to laugh at your jokes. But I cared about your characters towards the end of the movie and in the middle of the movie. So that's what matters. That's what you did right. But thank you guys so much for your time and your support. I say go see it. See Fantasy Island. Check it out. And for people who are worried about it being scared, it's not scary. It's like Happy Death Day with some of the seriousness of Get Out. Like, it's not a scary movie at all. But don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.